Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Man charged after allegedly stabbing man with ice pick. Detectives in the Kingston Western Division arrested and charged a 31-year-old man with wounding with intent after he allegedly used an ice pick to stab another man on August 24. He is Demar Hibbert of Anota Bay St. Mary. Reports are that about 4:50 p.m., Hibbert had a dispute with a man when he allegedly used an ice pick to stab him. The injured man raised an alarm and the police were summoned. The man was taken to hospital by residents for treatment, and Hibbert was subsequently taken into custody and charged. His court date is being finalized. Kingston man charged for murder. A 21-year-old man from Kingston has been charged in relation to the death of 26-year-old Jason Bennett on Sams Avenue, Kingston 11 on August 24. Charged is Malika Morgan of Penwood Road, Kingston 11. Reports are that about 7:45 p.m., Morgan and Bennett allegedly had a dispute during which a knife was used to stab Bennett. He was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Morgan was subsequently arrested and charged with murder. His court date is being finalized. Westmoreland man allegedly kills brother during dispute. A 50-year-old man has been charged for the murder of his brother during a dispute at their home in Westmoreland on Monday. He is Donovan Grant, otherwise called Icewater, of Red Crown District in Negril, Westmoreland. The Negril police say about 6:30 a.m., Donovan and his brother, 52-year-old Michael Grant, otherwise called Screechy, had a dispute that became physical. During the dispute, Donovan allegedly inflicted stab wounds to Michael's face and chest. Residents summoned the police, and on the arrival of the lawmen, Michael was seen lying on the ground in a pool of blood. He was transported to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Donovan later turned himself into the police. He was interviewed and subsequently charged. His court date is being arranged. Westmoreland man who tried to hide identity information inside toilet arrested. A 36-year-old man was arrested on Wednesday after he allegedly tried to hide a cellular phone containing the identities of persons living overseas inside a toilet tank in his home. Charged with possession of identity information is Curtis Clark of Rocky Hole District in Burnt Savannah, Westmoreland. Reports from the Westmoreland police are that about 5:30 p.m., a team conducted an operation at Clark's home. According to the police, Clark was seen trying to conceal a cellular phone inside a toilet tank, but the phone was retrieved and an analysis conducted. The phone was said to have contained identity information of persons living overseas. Clark was subsequently arrested and charged. His court date is being arranged. St. Catherine man charged after gun found in kerchief under his bed. A 34-year-old man is facing multiple charges for breaching the Firearms Act after a .8 revolver was found wrapped in handkerchief under his bed on Thursday. Charged with possession of a prohibited weapon and unauthorized possession of ammunition is Jason McKenzie, otherwise called Rasta Mouse, of Baptist Road in Gregory Park, St. Catherine. Reports from the Portmore police are that about 6:30 a.m., a team conducted operations in the area, searched Mackenzie's home, and found the revolver containing 538 cartridges wrapped in a handkerchief under his bed. He was subsequently arrested and charged. His court date is being arranged. Opposition calls for full disclosure of taxpayer costs in SSL fraud investigation. The opposition People's National Party (PNP) is urging the government and specifically the Minister of Finance to provide a comprehensive breakdown of the expenses incurred by taxpayers in the course of the investigation into the extensive fraud at Stocks and Securities Limited (SSL). As reports confirm that the government has assumed responsibility for covering staff and administrative expenses at SSL, the opposition says it is seeking transparency regarding any additional financial burden carried by the government throughout the ongoing investigation. In a statement on Friday, opposition spokesman on finance Julian Robinson asserted that we are seeking complete transparency regarding the total cost of the SSL investigation borne by taxpayers. In addition to staff salaries, we request information on the expenses associated with retaining the receivers manager and their team, the fees that incurred with the international forensic firm, Corals Association, and whether the government is shouldering all these financial obligations. Considering SSL's insolvable and the remote possibility of cost recovery by the government, the public is entitled to a detailed account, as it is their tax dollars that underwrite these expenditures, the statement read. Robinson added, I call upon the Minister of Finance to provide a projection of the government's expected duration in covering these costs and whether the current budget includes provision to address these financial commitments. 7 months after a massive fraud was detected at SSL, investigators have uncovered that the number of affected accounts is almost double what was initially reported, increasing the size of the fraud by millions of US dollars. The Financial Investigations Division investigation announced it in a news release Thursday that its probe into the fraudulent activities at SSL have revealed that there are now approximately 70 affected accounts compared to just over 40 reported in the initial phase of the investigation. Government reaffirms commitment to providing affordable housing for Jamaicans. Deputy Prime Minister Dr. Horace Chang has reaffirmed the government's commitment to providing affordable housing for working-class Jamaicans and eradicating the issue of squatting across the country. Addressing Thursday's town hall meeting on housing and land at Harmony Beach Park in Montego Bay, St. James, Dr. Chang reflected on the historical challenges faced by Jamaicans in accessing organized land and housing. He pointed out that Montego Bay had seen some 21 informal settlements at one point. The history of Montego Bay reflects a town where people didn't have access to land in an organized manner. We end up at 21 informal settlements while the economy of the town expanded because there were no structured response to the need of the housing for workers in this country, Dr. Chang explained. However, these shortcomings are steadily before remedied by the current administration, he stated. The Deputy Prime Minister noted that the government's dedication to equity and respect for the people of Jamaica have inspired initiatives to provide land titles, essential infrastructure, and improve access to affordable housing. Housing in general and access to land is a philosophy of Prime Minister Andrew Holness. It stems from respect for our people. We seek to provide them with equity in our society. When a person gets a home, it makes a whole lot of difference compared to him renting or resorting to squatting, Dr. Chang outlined. Additionally, he indicated that under the new social housing program, individuals are provided with quality homes made of concrete and steel. A reflection of the mood of the government is ensuring that citizens enjoy the utmost benefits of home ownership. When you give a man a house, the man is free. He is an individual with equity who can stand on his own 2 feet, look at other issues and feel the true Jamaican spirit, Dr. Chang maintained. Thursday's town hall meeting was the second in a series being hosted by the government to engage the public on a range of issues relating to policies, programs, and initiatives impacting their lives. The meetings are aimed at providing opportunities for citizens to share ideas, pose questions, and express their thoughts. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell